Hello everybody, Gamer Penny here, bringing you another episode of our Lord of the Rings online Let's Play. And we are back with Baradbeam, who is back in Esteldin, ready to talk to Halbarad. So let's see what he's got for us here.
Greetings.
It is good to see you again. My thanks for your help in that battle. Without you and your companions, I would have surely fallen, as would Trestlebridge. It is also good to know that Nellie Boskins will come to the council. She's a fine and strong woman, and I will welcome her and her people's presence in the conflict ahead. Oh, ship it.
Stay a moment.
While I await the arrival of those coming to the council, I must ask one final task of you. My chieftain, Aragorn, must be told of what has transpired here. I also would seek his counsel, as the position I find myself in is an unusual one. Aragorn has always been the one to lead, to organize, and inspire. If only the matter he was seen to was not of much greater importance, then he would be here. That cannot be helped, though. By now, Aragorn should have arrived at the refuge of Rivendell in the Trollshaws. It is a hard ride that awaits you, but word must be taken to Aragorn of these matters. Look for him in one of the guest rooms of Elrond's house. Really? We gotta go all the way to Rivendell? Unbelievable. Alright, well, is there a fast travel from Esteldin to Rivendell by any chance? Rivendell is... Alright, let me show you on the map. So we are in North Downs. Whoops. We are here. Here's Bree. Here's Weathertop. Here's Rivendell. So, we gotta go here from Weathertop, Bree, North Downs, up here. What is this? I don't want this. Oh, man. Music in my ear is real loud. Hold on a sec. Can you fix that? I hope it's not too loud for you guys, although I do see it is pretty loud. Let me, oh, all my volumes got reset, that's why. Master volume can be here. Sound effects, we'll turn the music down. Ambient. Combat. Interface, we're gonna keep voiceover up, and we're gonna turn player music way down. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Let me look at the... Too low. I wonder if the music was reset last time? Turn it here. Test, test, test. Down a little bit. Alright, that should be okay. We'll see. Let me know what the music sounds like now, if it's still too loud or not loud enough. Sorry, I don't know why it got reset. I hope it didn't get reset when we went to the 64-bit client. I know there was a little bit of a patch today. That might have done it. Alright, can we go to Rivendell from here? Minimum level 40. You know what? Tired of you. Alright, well, can we go to... We can go to Breland. You know what I should do? Is I should... Do you have a milestone here? Yeah, I should set this as our home for now. Esteldin. And then we can go to...
What do you need?
Bree. Swift travel. Then maybe there's a swift travel from Bree to Rivendell. Hopefully. That's such a long way. What game? Bum, bum, bum. Alright. Breland. We are back in Bree. A long and arduous ride. We have to go to Rivendell. If not this one. Go to South Bree. Then the South Bree pony might have one there. Ooh, a role player. Hello. Okay, do you... Oh, another role player. Hello. Oh, cool! Look at this guy. He looks awesome. Where can I get your hat? Can I... Oh, cool. Get a nice out. Target is anonymous. No, I want to inspect what hat you have on. Man.
What can I do for you?
Rivendell? Geez Louise. Rivendell, level 40. But, we can go to Osguruth. That will take us closer. Okay. Hop off the mount here. Wait. I didn't want to do that. I want to see if there's maybe... I did pick up the... I got ported there by accident a while ago, and I did pick up the Stable Master.
What do you want?
Rivendell Swift Travel. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you, Gandalf, for getting us there. Okay, so now we're gonna go to Rivendell. This is gonna be the first time you guys are here, but I will show you just how beautiful this place is. So this is the home of Elrond and the elves. Home of Arwen, home of Glorfindel, home of a lot of famous elves. In the books, this looks exactly like I would picture it in the books, and even in the movies, they did a fantastic job with this. Oh, rabbit? Hello, rabbit. Bunch of squirrels and rabbits. So let's go. We have to talk to Aragorn. Wait. Aragorn is over here in the guest house. That's right. How? So we'll go to the last homely house in just a second. But first, we have to go to a guest house out here to find Aragorn and maybe some more familiar faces. I would not like to travel over this tree bridge. I'm just throwing that out there. Don't know how rotted that thing might be. Although the elves are very light of foot, they can walk on top of snow. So it's probably not a problem for them, but I mean, we just took our horse over it. Alright, the guest rooms. Oh, here's some familiar faces. We've got Legolas and Gimli and a pack right there. And in here we've got Boromir and good old Aragorn.
I thank you for this news.
Oh, that I could be there to aid in those matters, but it would seem my fate lies to the south and not the north. I will compose a message for Halbarad and ask Master Elrond if one of his elves could carry it to Esteldin. You've done enough, and you have my thanks. For now, take what ease you can here in Rivendell. You got some nice shoes? No, you don't. I don't want those shoes. Got a nice pocket? No. You don't have anything that I want. 648, 540, 490, 752. Okay. Hey, Aragorn.
Greetings.
This is not a book quest? Where do we pick up the next
Greetings.
book? What the heck, man? Do we have to go to Elrond, maybe?
Greetings.
Momentous decision. I have borne this broken blade for many long years, Baradbeam, always unused, for these are the shards of Narsil. Yes, Narsil, the sword wielded by Elendil of Westernese in battle before the Black Gate of Mordor. The sword that broke beneath him in battle with Sauron upon the slopes of Orodruin. Though Gilgalad had fallen and Elendil was slain, two still stood against the might of Sauron in the shadow of the Fell Tower. Isildur, the son of the king, and Elrond Half-Elven, herald of Gilgalad. With a final effort, Isildur picked up the hilt shard of Narsil and cut the one ring from his finger, and the power of the Dark Lord was broken. The light of Narsil was extinguished, but its shards came again to the north. Though Isildur himself never returned from the Gladden fields, the shards have been passed from father to son in his line for years beyond count, but the sword has never been remade. The old victories did not last, Baradbeam, and the shadow has returned. We have need of Narsil's light once more. The blade must be reforged. Speak with Hamildir at the forges here in Rivendell, in the northwest corner of the Vale, and tell him of my decision. I would have him know that Narsil is to be remade. We can do that, but is there some book quest? I think it must be Elrond. Like, we don't have it in our... Not even like a prologue or like... oh, yuck. Evendim. Not yuck. It's not yuck. It's a... I don't want to head over there right now, although I think the main story might take us there. Alright, well, I'm just gonna... There's the last homely house, by the way, which is home to Elrond Half-Elven. Who's kind of like considered one of the very
Stay a moment.
distinguished high elves left. I don't want to do that, but I want to see if he has the next book quest. What are we on? Epic. Chasing Shadows. Counsel of the North. We finished it. Book 4. Where do you get it? I think you get it at the last homely house. I could not think of any other place. I must have, I don't know. I don't know why we didn't get like a prologue or something to take us here. I must have not picked something up somewhere along the way. But let's see. So, it's beautiful in here. And I apologize, I'm just really confused, like where I'm supposed to go now for the book quest. And I'm pretty sure it's Elrond, but if we go in there and it's not, I don't know what to do. Okay. Here's Elrond. We have a ring. Are we not high enough? Is that what's happening right now? Or do we have to do this quest first? I don't think we are high enough for the next book. Curiouser and Curiouser. Well, maybe we'll quest around the Trollshaws for a little while. Or is it in Esteldin? Should I look it up? Do I need to Google this? Oh, let's do this quest first, and then we will see. What is it called? What's the next book called? Chasing Shadows. Chasing Shadows. I don't know. Yo no say. Well, we'll do this quest and see if maybe that leads us to the place. Maybe this is supposed to be the bridge of the gap. I'm guessing that quest that Elrond had is the next book quest, and we were just not high enough to get it. So maybe this quest will get us there. But I mean, in the quest log gave it away that we're gonna be taken to Evendim. I'm not a real fan of that, but I like the zone. It's just very far away. It's another one of those, okay, how do we get there? How do we chain our things to get up there? And we're gonna have to run there because we've not actually been there before. Okay, so we're gonna go to the forges of Rivendell. Because Aragorn wants the blade of Isildur, Narsil, to be reforged. Okay.
Swilide Melon.
Narsil is to be reforged. My heart would be filled with joy at this news, friend, for Aragorn and for all of Middle-earth, if it were possible. The shards were kept a while in Imladris for safekeeping, and I often gazed upon them. It is with sadness that I must tell you that reforging the sword may not be possible. Its history is known to me, long and storied as it is, but I will tell you only the portion that causes me to grieve. Of old, elves of the house Feanor crafted numerous wonders, items of great power and beauty. Among them were the Silithir, adamants possessed of the light of the stars. The dwarf smith Telkar used one of these stones in the creation of Narsil, and the Silithar is what it was. The Silithar it was that caused the blade to glow with silver light when wielded in battle. All of the Silithir were lost during the long centuries since the forging of Narsil. Without such a stone to use in the reforging, the sword will never achieve the greatness it once had. I am sorry. Bring this news to Aragorn with my sorrow. Interesting. Aragorn, we have some bad news. And I honestly, so while I'm trying to figure out where the books are, I'm trying to think of what Baradbeam thinks of all this, and he's so intrigued. He loves it in Rivendell. He loves the elves, and he honestly, finding out, you know, about Narsil and hearing about the great battle before the Black Gates, and seeing how a momentous weapon like Narsil was forged is very intriguing to him. He really is all for history and lore and magic and stuff, so anything to do with the One Ring, anything to do with weapons of great power, he loves to study that sort of stuff, because it's like an artifact, you know? Here we go across the wooden bridge again. I mean, man, I want to go down there. I don't even know where it goes. Alright, Aragorn, we've got some bad news. Some bad news. Let him know.
Greetings.
You have returned from speaking with Hemeldir. What did he have to say about the reforging of Narsil? I see. Hemeldir is a fine smith, but he shares the dour outlook of his people. If he needs a Silithar to reforge the sword of Elendil, we will find for him a Silithar.
Greetings.
When I was very young, my father Arathorn was slain by orcs, and my mother brought me to stay here at Rivendell. I was called Esteldin by my mother Gilraine, and by all those who dwelt in the Vale, and I rode far afield seeking adventure with the sons of Elrond. I considered him my father as much as did Eladon and Elrohir. At the age of 20, Lord Elrond took me aside and told me my true name and of my heritage, that I descended in an unbroken line from Elendil of old. He gave to me the ring of Barahir and the shards of Narsil, but he withheld the scepter of Anuminas, saying I had yet to earn it. He withheld, too, another treasure, but I will not speak of that. Soon afterwards, I went in search of a Silithar, with which Narsil might be reforged. Yes, I knew then of the ancient Silithir and of the need for one. But I was young, and I did not pass the test that was set before me. The time had not come for Narsil's remaking. I have a message for Master Elrond. Bring it to him faithfully and return with his words, and I will better know how to proceed. Here is my message. I know now that Gwyndeth sought of me in the watery darkness, and I am prepared to give it. Elendil was a wiser man than I. I await your return, Baradbeam. Okay. Quest in Evendim. We're not in Evendim. Alright, now we gotta go talk to Elrond. We're just running in a giant circle around Rivendell. At least we're taking in a nice view. wish we got... Maybe we should grind? Nah, that's fine. I was gonna say we could grind out a little level real quick. This is a quest I don't want to do. Alright, back to the last homely house. Or Imladris, as it's called. It's got multiple names, like many things in Lord of the Rings. Can't have just one name. Gotta be known by many. Which is pretty typical when you think about it, right? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. And there's no rings on the map or anything. Glorfindel is over here. He doesn't have like a quest for us. Oh, he does. Glorfindel, what do you got for us?
Might you spare a moment?
Glorfindel's company, level 36. No, I don't want that one. I want book 4, man. I mean, I guess we don't have to go on the bridge. We can just jump over the little creek. Alright, let's ride our horse straight into the last homely house. Ah, the door's closed. Back to Elrond. And there's also, I could actually show you this cool... This Hall of Fire is, like a cool room. We used to roleplay a lot in here. There's Bilbo, Lindir. I don't think any of the other ones are really from books, but Bilbo Baggins is there, which I thought was pretty cool. We've also got across the way here in Bilbo's room. We should have Frodo and Gandalf staying here in Bilbo's room. Alright, but let's go back upstairs, talk to Elrond. Okay. Hey, Elrond.
Dark days are coming.
Aragorn has traveled many roads since his early failure in the tomb of his great ancestor. What would Gwyndeth make of him now, I wonder? You look puzzled, young one. Do not despair. I will explain my words to you and give counsel to him whom I once called Estill.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Aragorn came to us when he was only 2 years of age, his father Arathorn having been slain by the arrows of the orcs. Gilrain feared for her child's safety, and brought him to Imladris, seeking to keep the fact of his birth from the eyes of the enemy. I bade Gilrain keep his true name and lineage secret, and she called him instead Estel, or Hope. When he reached 20 years of age, I saw that he had come early to manhood, and I gave to him knowledge of his lineage and the name his father had given him, Aragorn, a strong name. Full of hope was he on that day, but he soon would be laid low with a love far above his station. For walking in the woods near sunset of the next day, he encountered Arwen, my daughter, and was stricken with love for her. I do not know why he went to Inumenas, but I always believed he made the journey to prove to himself he was worthy of loving such a maid. He went to that ancient city, long deserted, in the company of my sons, and with Calenglad, a ranger, that came at times to Imladris. Calenglad did not return from Aragorn's journey to the city of his fathers, and when next I saw Aragorn, the experience had left its mark upon him. Return to Aragorn and tell him that I agree the time has come for Narsil to be reforged, and I will give to it a new name. Anduril, Flame of the West. We will have need of its light before the end. Okay. Now we go back to Aragorn. Lots of running around on this one here, but we're getting some really good tie-in with the books and movies, I suppose. But really good tie-in with the lore overall. Alright, back to Aragorn. This time we don't have to go up and around. We can just go here. This way. Is that a goat? It is a goat. Maybe we should set Rivendell as our home instead of Esteldin? No. Don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. Lots of other people here. One way. I go right? I go up the hill and down the other side. Am I right? Am I right or am I right? Right. Welcome to Rivendell. Yeah, I've been here. Running around like chicken with their head cut off. I mean, don't they see I'm an old man? Like, I have to be hurting. That's really pretty. My knee's hurting. I don't want to be running back and forth. You guys can go talk to each other, you know. I'm gonna say, there's this thing called cell phones.
Greetings.
I'm glad that Master Elrond agrees with my decision, for his counsel is near to my heart. It is true that I journeyed in my youth to Numenos, the city of my fathers. Even then, it had stood empty for long years, but it was once the shining jewel of my people, and I desired to see it with my own eyes. I thought, too, that if I recovered the Silithir that lay within the Numenos, the only one of the stones to remain in this bend of the world, I might reforge Narsil and prove myself worthy of the fate to which I had been born. Eladon and Elrohir accompanied me on my journey to Evendim, and my kinsman Calanglad also. He had sworn an oath to my father and renewed it with my name before we departed. Much of the city had already been reclaimed by the waters of Lake Nunnuil when we arrived, and I despaired of finding the Silithar within the flooded tomb where it lay. But lo, the maiden Gwyndeth appeared before us, and charged me with a task to prove my worthiness of receiving the Silithar. My youthfulness betrayed me. Though I had the form of a man, I had not the wisdom or experience, and Gwyndeth found me wanting. The Silithar was not to be mine that day. When I stood before the flooded passages of Elendil's empty tomb on the outskirts of Numenos, I believed it right that Narsil be reforged. I could not understand why Gwyndeth refused me access to the Silithar. Now, I believe I understand.
Greetings.
Long years have passed, and I have not seen Calanglad since that day. He did not return with me. He had become enamored with Gwyndeth and Lake Nunnuil, and chose to remain behind. I offered to free him from his oath to me, but he refused, saying, "You are my lord and have power over me, but I ask that you allow me to remain here. I will keep watch over the city and safeguard the lake until such time as you return. In this way, I will uphold my oath." Calanglad has remained at Tinundir ever since. I would rejoice to speak with him again, but preparations are underway for a journey of great danger and importance, more important even than the reforging of Narsil. And I cannot journey to Numenos. But you, my friend, you can bring to Calanglad my words and tell him that we now have true need of the Silithar, where once we did not. Bring this letter to Calanglad, Baradbeam, and remember that you act in my stead. You are my agent to Tinundir, an island on the eastern shore of Lake Nunnuil, in Evendim, and we speak with one voice. Always remember that respect cannot be bought, but must be earned. Do not undervalue it, and we shall yet see an Andoril forged from the shards of Narsil. Okay. Oh god. We don't even get a port? No port out there or anything? We just gotta go? Alright. Let's check and see what is at we've never been out there though, so we can't really fast travel. But let's check and see what's at the Rivendell Stablemaster, maybe? We have been to the Shire. If we go to the Shire and head up, we can get to Evendim. And Evendim is beautiful. I actually, for some reason, Evendim is one of my favorite zones. It's just so far out of the way. And I say that being it's still in the starting area before all the expansions, and the other expansions have huge zones. So, alright, where can we go from here?
Megovanen.
Minas Tirith. Aragon, Amar, Forcho, Bushall's Veiled of Anduin. Bree. Can we not go to Bree? Breland. Level 40. Alright, Oscaroth. We're gonna do some swift travel hopping. Maybe I should look up. I'll look up, if we don't pick it up soon, I will look up where we can pick up book 4, in between episodes. I'm pretty sure this is either gonna take us there, or...
Well met.
South Bree. It's either gonna take us to book 4, or we pick it up from Elrond, and we just weren't leveled high enough. But I will double check when I get a chance. Okay, and if we go to the Shire, and we can go up to the Brocken Borings, where we were. Go to Evendim from there. Then we'll just have to ride. So can I go to the Shire from here?
Greetings.
Hello again, sir. The Shire? Michael Delving. Swift travel. All over Middle Earth today, you know? Okay. Hello, hello. And
How do
then
you do?
Brocken Borings. Did we not pick up the... Did we not pick up the Brocken Borings travel? Dang it, man. God. This is nonsense. Look at all the food we got here. Crates of vegetables, tater tots. Alright, well, at least we get to see the Shire again. And see all the hobbits running around. And experience the music. Nice. Maybe that's why we turned up the music. I don't know. Oh, no, we discovered that we didn't turn it up. It was... all of our settings were reset. Nosy hobbit. Way meat. Ow. Entering Tookland. Man, I love Lord of the Rings. I'm such a nerd, because we're running through here and I'm like, yeah, all these great places, and it's just like nothing even's here. Like it's pretty, but nothing's like around, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's so cool. We're going to all these cool places. I mean, look how pretty it looks over there, though. In the forest. And up by the party tree. Big End. Alright, hello.
How do you do?
Brocken Borings, please. Look at the nice sunflowers growing up here. I would live in the Shire, I think. Although it might get kind of boring. But I would still live there. And I'd vacation in Bree. Or maybe live in Bree and vacation in the Shire. Or maybe live in Shire and vacation in Rivendell. I don't know. What would you guys do? Where do you want to live? If you could live anywhere if you could live anywhere in Rivendell, if you could live anywhere in Middle Earth, where would you want to live? There's a couple good places. Everything kind of has its off-puttingness, I guess. Shire's like super peaceful, but like I said, I feel like I would grow wanderlusty, I guess, there. Maybe Lothlorien, but in there it's like little hoity for me, maybe. Maybe just travel. Just travel through Middle Earth. Okay, in Brockenborings, but now we gotta go up through the green fields, past the statue. Hello. We came there for our Lore Master quest. We gotta go up this way to Evendim. Evendim is really cool, and we might actually, you know, stop and do some of those quests up there. Oh. Bear. Like goblin stuff over there. He looks goblin painted. There are some quests right as you enter in Evendim. Might stop and do those because they're kind of cool. For some reason, like I said, I really like weird zones in here, and Evendim is just one of them where I like kind of the random zones and the random quests as you first get up here. We're gonna want to make sure we get all the travel points too. Bull Roar's Throat. Oatbarton. Right, here's a travel point.
A lovely day, isn't it?
It is pretty lovely out. Oh, we have something to turn in here anyway. Hal Gamgee, huh? Destination Evendim.
What do you need?
Marry me, a lore master. You heard of our troubles. This is wondrous. I had not hoped that you would come, but here you are. There are many folk here who are terrified of the strange things happening, myself included among them. If you would help us, I know that we could find a proper way to thank you. Okay. No, is it not?
Stay a moment.
Ooh, gift matham. No, but I want to do the quests up here. Not in Oatbarton. Okay. Let's continue on. And up over the hill. And then we'll get some cool quests. And be able to see a little bit of what Evendim has to offer us. There's some ruins over there. Was that where I needed to go? No. It's still further ahead. See the nice little tower over there. Ancient city of Anuminas. Lots of spooters. Is this where I want to go? No. It's like, I'm turned around. Is this where I want to go? Yes. Yes. I want to go... Oh, here's... Did they move this guy? Or they put this guy here? I don't know if there was one out
How do
here.
you do?
There's some quests in this camp here that I think we'll do. Let's pick up a couple of them here. More than a couple.
Could
So
I
like
take
this,
a
yeah, they're
moment of your
31.
time?
It must have been the beginning of fall. I was with my son on the banks of the Brandywine, enjoying the sun, a fine meal and a full pipe, while he sat and played with his favorite toy, a piece of lead fashioned into a small dog, by the side of the river. My boy was very fond of this toy, but when it came time to leave, it wasn't anywhere to be found. I tried to console him with one of my stories. I created quite a wonderful tale about the toy's whereabouts, but if you are heading that way, perhaps you could search for it. The toy has to be somewhere in the Barendolf, the sand marshes north and east of Dwalling. I've heard that strange burrowing creatures have since inhabited the area. There's a good chance one of them could have swallowed it up, thinking it be food. Okay.
Might I have a word with you?
Lore Master, I beg your pardon, but I haven't any other to turn into in these dark times. Please hear me out. Dwalling has never been a rich town, but we have always gotten by on our own. Many of the best glass blowers in the Shire were found in these holes. My dad before me was a glass blower, best in the north and east farthings, and I learned the trade from him. Recently, things turned for the worse for our little town. What with all the wild creatures about, folk are plain afraid of the northbounds nowadays. Most of the folk have moved away and sold off their property after business stopped. A hobbit out of the West Farthing sent letters and contracts up this way purchasing holes and land until he bought up almost the whole town. That's when all the trouble began. I used to get my tools for glass blowing repaired by a dear old friend who lived in Dwalling, but he moved away not a week ago. Before he left, he swore he would finish fixing them up. If you would, head into Dwalling and see if he left them on his stoop. His hole was on the north side of the town. The tools should be in a satchel or bag. I would be deeply in your debt. Okay.
Might I speak with you a moment?
And we're just gonna grab these because they're not big on this.
Might I have a
story.
word with you?
Alright, so we've got some quests to do out here. 4 of them. And we're going to do those, but we are going to do those in the next episode because it requires us to go down here and start killing these guys. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I will look up in between episodes where we pick up the next book quest. Oh my god. And we will pick that up. But I want to thank you so much for all of your support on this series. If you do want to see more of the Lord of the Rings Online Let's Play, make sure to leave a like or subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Alright, bye-bye everyone.